Hi, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, a big warm welcome to you. If you're returning, then thank you so much for being here again. I really appreciate you. So without further ado, let's get started with this practice. You don't need anything except for your mat and yourself and a positive, happy attitude. So, all right, without further ado, let's get going. We're going to start in tabletop today. So all fours, stacking your shoulders directly over your wrists, hips directly over your knees. And you can just tuck your toes and start to rock back and forth. Just getting a little bit of movement going in the wrists. And maybe you want to close your eyes here. And if there's any other movement that you want to add, maybe some barrel rolls or cat and cow, feel free. So just slowly waking up the body here. Let's take another 3 breaths. And you can slowly make your way back to a neutral spine. We're going to turn the fingers so they point towards the knees. Don't put all your weight on them. Try to keep your arms straight and then maybe lean back a little bit. But only if you can keep the heels of your hands down on the mat. So being very, very careful here. Keeping the muscles in your arms engaged. And then we're just going to make the hands into fists and just squeeze them as hard as possible. And let's slowly come to sit on the heels. Toes are tucked. And just hold here. Hands can rest in your lap. We're just going to focus on the breath. And at the same time, we're bringing all our weight into the feet. So we're stretching out the soles of the feet, the toes, and the ankles. So deep breathing here. All right, maybe engaging your ujjayi breath, restricting the back of your throat. And as you sit here, make sure to keep growing tall, relaxing your shoulders. Add 5 more breaths. All right, now we're going to untuck the toes, maybe just sit on top of the heels, and this could already be enough. If you feel comfortable, you can maybe lean back, lift the knees off the mat just as high as feels good for you. And if you're comfortable here, maybe balancing and bringing the hands to the heart space. So this really depends on the openness of the front of your ankles, so just be very careful. You don't have to go this far. Whatever feels nice, wherever you feel a stretch. 2 more breaths. And let's release the knees back down, tuck the toes, and we're just going to lean back, engage the core, lift the knees, and then see if you can drop your heels down on the mat. And then lift the heels, drop the knees without them hitting the floor. Lean forward, drop the heels. And maybe you can feel it's already heating up in the shins. The muscles are being activated. Let's go a few more times. Just trying to stay in control, so really engaging your core. And let's go for 2 more. Bringing the knees down. And the heels. From here, fold forward. So lift your hips, straighten the legs, and just waterfall your upper body over your legs, maybe grabbing opposite hand to opposite elbow and just swinging side to side. And 2 more breaths here. All right, let's release the hands down on the mat. On an inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. 1 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Look towards the top of the mat. Hands walk all the way up to the top of the mat. High plank. From here, inhale, let's lift the hips back and up. Down dog. Exhale, high plank for 5. Inhale, lift. Exhale, high plank. Inhale, lift. Down dog. Exhale, high plank. 2 more. And then let's come into high plank. Pause here. Let's lift the right leg off the mat, and maybe your left hand, maybe the left hand reaches back to the left hip, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to high plank. Switch sides, lift your left leg, spread the left fingertips wide, maybe reach your right arm back, and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to high plank. Let's walk the hands just a little bit forward so they're not directly underneath the shoulders. And then see if you can drop your elbows down to the mat, forearm plank, and then press and lift back up. For 5, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the forearms down, forearm plank. Maybe interlace your fingers. And then let's drop the hips side to side for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back through center, lift your right leg, right knee to right elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides, left leg, left knee, left elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to forearm plank. Drop your knees down, drop your hips. Come into Sphinx pose. So here we're pulling forward, pressing the pubic bone down, lifting the chest. 5 breaths. And on your exhale, lower down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. High plank, inhale. And exhale, downward facing dog. So here, let's separate the feet a little wider than usual. Left hand stays on the mat. The right arm reaches underneath the body and across for the left ankle. Deep breath in here. Exhale, bend your right elbow. Maybe look under your left shoulder. On your next inhale, look down towards the mat. Keep your right hand on your left ankle. Maybe lift your right leg. So maybe the right leg stays bent or it stays straight. That is up to you. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower the right leg down and come back to downward facing dog. And then switch sides. Left arm reaches underneath and across for the right ankle. Hold here. And then let's twist. Bend your left elbow. Look underneath the right shoulder. On your next inhale, let's look down. Keep your left hand on the right ankle. Spread your fingers wide of the right hand. All 5 fingers are actively pushing down into the mat. Squeeze your core and then start to lift that left leg. And it's okay if it doesn't go that high. It can be just a centimeter or two. The leg can also stay bent. And as you saw me do right now, if you lose your balance, you can always bring your left hand down to the mat. For 3, 2, and 1. Left hand comes back down, downward facing dog. All right, let's drop the elbows. So we're in dolphin pose. Look forward, come into low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Inhale, let's lift high up onto the toes. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. High mountain, rise up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, drop your forearms down. Look forward. Push off your legs. Elbows stay bent. Come into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Step or jump, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain, inhale. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Drop your elbows, look forward, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 more. Inhale, come high up onto the toes. Bend the knees, look forward, step or jump. Exhale, fold. High mountain, rise up, stretch. Exhale to fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. Exhale, drop the elbows. Push through, low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 1 more, inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step or jump, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. High mountain as you breathe in. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Drop your elbows, look forward, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, take 3 breaths here. And then we're going to just hop. So kind of some bunny hops, trying to get your hips over your shoulders. So we're not aiming for handstand, we're just aiming for a little bit of cardio, a little bit of jumping. But yeah, the idea is bringing your hips over your shoulders. You can keep your knees bent. If you want to go in full handstand, of course, you are more than welcome to. So we're just going to do 5 of those. So inhale, come high up onto your toes. Exhale, bend the knees. Let's hop and then come back. And then again, hop for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And come back. All right, on your inhale, the right leg rises. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Let's drop right knee, right wrist, left elbow, right elbow. 2 more. Right wrist, left elbow, right elbow. 1 last time. And then the right foot steps on the outside of the right hand. Let's drop the left knee down, and you can maybe roll out your wrists. Just whatever feels good. Just stretching out here. And on your next inhale, let's tuck the left toes, lift the left knee, look forward, come into Malasana, yogi squat. Hands at the heart space. Once again, maybe roll out those wrists, especially if you're not used to having a lot of weight on the wrists. Just make sure that you really stretch them out enough. All right, and from here, we're going to roll back and then land into Malasana 5 times. So roll back, land into Malasana. Good for 4. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Hands come down on the mat. Lift your hips. Bring your feet a little bit closer together. For crow pose, the index fingers are parallel to each other. Let's come high up onto the toes. Bring the knees somewhere over the elbows, wherever you feel stable, and then maybe float the feet off the mat. And let's hold here. About 10 breaths, counting in my head. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. On your inhale, left leg reaches up high. Left knee, left elbow. Drop it down to the left wrist, then the right wrist, right elbow. Left elbow, wrist, right elbow. One more time. Good, and then let's step the left foot on the outside of the left hand, and you can go ahead and drop your right knee down. Maybe come onto the tops of the hands, stretching out those wrists. Whatever feels good. And again, here you can stay still or you can move around, up to you. And I always like to give a lot of space for you to do what you want. My instructions are not hard rules to follow, they're more like guidelines. So if there's stuff that you want to add or you want to modify or even not do altogether, you're always more than welcome. As long as you stay safe, of course. All right, from here we're tucking the right toes. Once again, stepping into Malasana, and we're going to do that, except that we'll stand up once we roll back into Malasana. All right, you'll see. So let's roll. Come into Malasana, stand up tall, inhale. Exhale, squat down, roll back. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's come back to Malasana. All right, hands come down on the mat. And we're going to come into crow pose again, so just make sure you're not gonna bang your head in anything. You can always bring some pillows in front of you if you're scared of falling forward. All right, so we're going to bring the knees again once above the elbows. All right, lifting the feet off the mat. And then this time we're going to flex the right toes. See if you can tap your right foot to your right wrist, right toes to right wrist, and hold. And then bring your right foot back. Tap your left toes. Bring it back. See if you can tap both. 3, 2, 1. And then come into Malasana. Roll out your wrists. Maybe the backs of the hands together. Good. From here, we're going to come all the way up to high mountain. So straightening the legs, reaching the arms above the head, heel toeing the feet together. Let's interlace the hands at the lower back. Inhale to open up the heart. Exhale to fold. On your next exhale, release your hands down on the mat. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, let's plant the hands, step or jump back, high plank, and take a vinyasa. All right, last little jumping around situation. We're going to jump as if we wanted to go up to handstand. So we're just going to jump with one leg and then switch the legs at the top. So the right leg will kick up. So kick up and then switch and land with the right leg. Left leg kicks up, land with the left. Okay? Right leg kicks up, land with the right. Left leg kicks up, land with the left. Let's go a few more times. And if you find your balance, you can stay there for a little while, just playing around, and then bring your feet back down to the mat. Maybe walk your hands all the way back to your feet. Let's slide the hands underneath the feet. The palms of the hands are connected to the soles. And you can wiggle your toes in your wrist creases, just giving them a little bit of a massage. You can stay here if you want a deeper stretch in the wrists. You can bend your elbows towards your shins and relax your head down. One hand at a time. Let's remove the hands. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands all the way into high plank. All right, let's lower halfway. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. All right, let's extend the right arm out to the right, bend your left knee, and you can just roll onto your right side. If that's not enough of a stretch, come back onto your belly, lift your right arm a little higher, and then roll again onto the right side. You can relax your head down on the mat and just hold it here. Alright, slowly come back onto your belly. Let's bring the right hand underneath the right shoulder. Left arm extends out to the left. You can bend your right knee and just roll on to your left side. And again, coming back onto your stomach. Let's press into the hands, come all the way back to child's pose. Hips onto your heels, forehead down on the mat. And you can close your eyes here. Maybe rock your head side to side, feeling a gentle openness in the hips. Noticing the length of your spine. And just feeling grounded after all that fast-paced movement, that jumping around. Finally feeling grounded and supported by the earth. And slowly lift the hips off the heels. We're just going to come to a seat today. So cross-legged seat. Hands can rest on your knees, or you can bring your right hand to your stomach, left hand to your chest. And we're just going to try to lengthen our exhales. So let's breathe in for a count of 4, and we're going to exhale for a count of 5, or a count of 6 if you feel comfortable. Don't go more than a count of 8. All right, so deep breath in. Deep breath out to prepare. Breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue at your own rhythm. Take one more round here. And on your next inhale, you can reach your arms above your head. And exhale, bring the hands to your heart space. Just take a moment to set an intention for your day today. Maybe express gratitude to something that you're particularly grateful for today. And as you go forth into the rest of your day, may you have peace in your thoughts, peace in your words, and peace in your heart. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I hope that you enjoyed this practice. It was strong, it was super sweaty and difficult. So even if you just showed up and you didn't manage to do everything, then I'm so, so proud of you. And you should be really proud of yourself as well. These moves are not easy, so don't worry about it. But yeah, if you enjoyed the challenge, then I hope that you'll consider subscribing. Maybe leave me a comment. Let me know your feedback. I'm always super happy to hear it. All right, till next time, have a wonderful day. Bye.